Hello friends and my dear students. So today we'll discuss L value and R value and assignment, means how to assign an identifier to a literal. And before that we'll discuss L value and R value. So what is a L value and what is the R value? So a left value or L value is an assignable object identifier. Means over here we are discussing about the identifier or the literal which can be put left side of the equal sign. So it tells that a left value or L value is an assignable object identifier. It's not literal. So you must note there should not be any literal in left side or as L value. Whereas a right value or R value is an object identifier or expression or any literal that results in a value that may appear on the right side of an assignment. So over here, if you see, this is object identifier equal object identifier or the expression or the value, means it should be the identifier or the variable. But right side of this assignment operator, there could be the identifier, there could be the expression or any literal. For example, see here, L value is equal to R value means you are assigning R value and L value is as an identifier. It is storing the value of right side of the assignment operator. So L value is equal to R value. This value moves to L value. For example, A is equal to 10. So 10 is the R value and A is the L value or left value. Similarly, here this is the identifier. A is the identifier and B is also an identifier. But over here, A is the R value and B is L value. So over here, the explanation is object identifier is equal to value of an object identifier. Means A already possesses an integer or the literal. So when you say B is equal to A, means you are storing the whichever value is stored in A to B. So B will represent the value of A. Okay. And in the next step, as can be seen, C is equal to A into B plus 2. So right side of the assignment operator, there's an expression. So it could be the expression, it could be any identifier, it could be any literal, right side of the assignment operator. So if you see C is equal to A into B plus 2, this is the valid expression because L value is C and R value is A into B plus 2. When you say print C, it will print the value of the expression of L value, that is C, which holds the value of right side. Okay, so A into B plus 2 expression value will move to identifier C or the L value C. So we can do it here in like this, L value and R value. If we say L is equal to 10, over here L is the L value and when you say shift and enter, it executes and stores 10 literal to L value L or identifier L. Okay, and suppose R is equal to L. So L is the identifier, R is also an identifier, but in this expression R is in the left side of the assignment operator, whereas L is in the right side of the assignment operator, and L is an identifier which holds value 10 in the previous step, and that is why when you say R is equal to L, so R is L value, and this L value is holding the value of R value, that is L. So R will store the value of L. So this will copy the value of L into R. So R is equal to L. This is also possible. So there is no error at all. Similarly, if you like R is equal to L plus R into 5. This is the expression. L plus R into 5 is in right side. This is R value, whereas R is still the L value. So this is again a valid expression. When you say and shift and enter, it will give you or evaluates the expression. When you say print R, it will print the value of R or the L value. But what if we swap the positions? If we swap the positions of L value and R value, then what happens? So if you say 10 is equal to L, 10 is equal to L, so 10 here we are treating 10 as L value, so it will give the error. If I say shift and enter, so this will give you the error, because L value cannot be a literal. L value cannot be the expression. If I take L plus R into 5 is equal to say 12, this will also be false, because the L value should always be an identifier. This should not be an expression or the literal. So I hope you can understand L value and R value and difference of L value and R value. So if you see this kind of situation in any program or in any snippet, you can decide what is wrong and what is right. So we'll move to next statement. So over here, a left value or L value cannot be an expression or the value, as I have told you that the left side identifier should be the identifier and it cannot be the literal or the expression. So 10 is equal to A is error. A is equal to B is not an error because B is an identifier. So this is R value and R value could be an identifier also. So A is equal to B, there is no error. But A into B plus 2 is equal to C. So L value is expression here, and that is why it will give you the error. So value of an expression is equal to object identifier. This is not possible. So L value cannot be an expression or the value. So next. Okay, now we are moving to the assignments. So how to assign the identifiers to the literals? So if you see the first picture, A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, C is equal to 3. So there are 3 statements and 3 assignments. So multiple statements and multiple assignments in a single, in multiple lines. Multiple assignment, A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, C is equal to 3. So there is the assignment which has taken place in three different lines, means multiple lines. So the output of this, or the gist of this code is multiple assignments, and you are going to assign multiple identifiers to multiple literals and in multiple lines. So there are multiple lines, one assignment, second assignment, third assignment, and that is why this is known as multiple line assignments. But it could be like this also, as we have this screenshot. Multiple assignments means we are going to assign multiple identifiers to multiple literals. So a comma b comma c is equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3, and that is why multiple assignments but in the single line. Okay, so we'll move to collab. So we'll see the output, and the third picture shows multiple assignments, multiple statements. And because how multiple statements? Because wherever you use semicolon, it separates the line, it separates the statement, and that is why it is called multiple assignments, multiple statement 1, 2 and 3, but in the single line. So these three shots or three screenshots will help you deciding L value and R value and the assignment. So we are moving to our collab, and over here if you say A is equal to 10, B is equal to 10, C is equal to 10, and say 20, say 30, when you say print A comma B comma C, so it will give you in multiple assignments, multiple lines. Okay, so see here, press shift and enter, so it gives the values stored in identifiers or stored in L value, means A, B and C are the L value. So A, B and C are the L values, whereas 10, 20 and 30 are the R values. So here there are multiple assignments and multiple values. Now A comma B comma C, multiple assignments and in the single line. So when you say print A, print B, print C, so this shows multiple assignments but in the single statement. So over here if you look at the first statement, A comma B comma C, so there is only one statement. So 10 moves to A, 20 moves to B and 30 moves to C, but it is in single statement and multiple assignments. So shift and enter, so it gives the values like A is 10, B is 20 and C is 30. So this way we can assign multiple identifiers in the single line. Now we are going to do multiple assignments using multiple statements in the single line. How? The A is equal to 10, first assignment, and statement is over. B is equal to 20, second assignment, semicolon, second statement is over. C is equal to 30. So over here, if you look at the statement, this is single statement, but there are multiple assignments and multiple statements also, because A is equal to 10, one statement, B is equal to 20, second statement, and C is equal to 30 is the third statement. And when you say print, I'm copying this. Again, shift and enter. This will give you the result, that is multiple assignments, multiple statements, but in the single line. So this way we can assign the values to the identifiers. Hope you got it. Next statement. Next slide says, if you are going to assign the values like this, A is equal to 1, 2, 3. So over here, 1, 2, and 3 are not 1, 2, 3. These are not the integers, because A is an identifier. 1 is the integer, 2 is also an integer, 3 is the integer, but A will hold these three values, because if you take multiple integers as R value, this will be treated as a tuple, and that is why it will not show any error here. When you say print A, there will be no error, and this will print the value of A, because A is tuple, that is why it will print 1, 2, and 3. So it shows, see here, 1, 2, 3 in rounded brackets, and that is why you can imagine that tuple is defined in the rounded brackets or parentheses. But when you say A, B, C, and this time this is the error, because 10 cannot be distributed to 3 identifiers, and that is why this is a type error, and the type error is integer object is not iterable. Either you use loop to iterate, and this way you cannot assign a single literal to multiple identifiers. So over here, A, B, C will give you the error, whereas A is equal to 1, 2, 3 will not give you the error and will be treated as the tuple. So this is the first statement. Over here, A, B, C, as such there is no error at all, as we have seen in the collab, that we can assign multiple literals to multiple identifiers. But over here, you see there is an error. Why? Because L value means in the left side of the assignment operator there are 3 identifiers, whereas R value, that is right side of the equal sign or the assignment operator, are the less values, means 1 and 2. So in left hand side we have 3 identifiers, but in the right hand side we have only 2 literals, and that is why it shows the error, that is the value error, not enough values to unpack, because left side we have 3 identifiers, but in the right side we have not equivalent identifiers or number of literals. So over here in left side we have 3 identifiers, but in the right side we have only 2 literals, that is 1 literal less, and that is why it gives the error. Similarly, or vice versa of this situation is A, B is equal to 1, 2, 3. So in the left hand side L value A, B, there are only 2 identifiers, but in the right side we have 3 literals. So this is again mismatch, and that is why it again shows the error. Value error means too many values to unpack. So this situation you may see in the paper or in any sheet or in any book, so you must think the situation that L value and R value. So these should be the two sides should be balanced side. Now the number of identifiers in the left side of the assignment operator and number of literals in the right side of the assignment operator should be identical. Otherwise, it shows the error. So let's move to collab. A is equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3. If you say print A, there is no error as this is treated as the tuple. So A 1 2 3, there are three integers, but they are not treated as a single integer. These three items or three integers separated by comma will be treated as a single unit, and that is the tuple. So there is no error at all. But if you swap the situation, swap the position, like 1 comma A comma B comma A comma B comma C is equal to 10, and this time this will give you the error because integer is not iterable, non-iterable integer object. So you must see and concentrate on this statement A comma B comma C. Hope this is clear to you. Next example, if you have variables like A comma B is equal to 10 comma 20, there will be no error. But when you say A comma B comma C is equal to 10 comma 20, there will be the error. So not enough values to unpack. So in left hand side we see there are three identifiers, whereas in the right side or R value we have only two integers. So both the sides are imbalanced. Similarly, if we change the situation like A comma B is equal to 10 comma 20 comma 30, again this will give you the error. So too many values. So right hand side there are too many values, but in the left hand side very few identifiers, and that's why it shows the error. So hope you understand the assignments, and you hope you understand the L value and R value. So this is for today only, and we'll meet in the next video with some other values or other functions of Python. So if you like the video, kindly share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel yet, kindly subscribe it and press the bell icon so that you can get the notification of the video when new video is uploaded then and there, and click on like button also. Thank you and bye bye.